Hi, and welcome back to Poppy's Power Ups. I'm Poppy, and I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to talk about the B-Day challenge. Someone around here had a birthday, and it's time to make some changes in the Roth IRA. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we get to the B-Day challenge, let's talk about what are poppy seeds. We'll talk about poppy seeds versus investing. They are not the same thing. Poppy seed growth chart. We're going to see how your poppy seeds are doing that we planted last year. Some new B-Day challenges for everyone. And we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up on Poppy's Day number 3, which is coming up in just a few weeks. So what are poppy seeds and why do I keep spreading them? Well, maybe this video will help you understand.
So these poppy seed gifts are my way of helping to teach you how to invest. So that when you get old enough to have an income, like from mowing lawn or babysitting or video editing or whatever, you find a way to make money when you're young, you have earned money, you can start investing it into your Roth. Your parents, they already have an income, so they can start investing now. Maybe they already have started. And your Roth, that's for the old lady or for the old man. You're putting this money away for 20, 30, 40 years into the future. So that when you're 60 years old, you have money to live on. Maybe you go traveling. Maybe it's really just so that you have food to eat, a place to stay. This money that you're sending forward is going to help the old lady or the old man so that they have money to live on. And it's like really with your deposits into your Roth, it's kind of like you put $50 into you're mailing it into the future. You put $50 into your Roth account, and then later on, the old lady, she gets the mail from the past, and woohoo, it's a $500 check. And what's coming from the next week's, and the next week, and the next week. So each time you make a deposit, it's like sending a much bigger amount into the future to your older self. It's kind of like the movie, The Lake House. There's a mailbox where they mail letters through time. And that's what this makes me think of, is because you're sending this investment into the future so that the old lady can benefit from it.
Ridiculous. For argument's sake, what day is it there?
April 14th, 2004.
No, it's April 14th, 2006.
It's the same day, 2 years apart.
This is insane.
Can this be happening?
So here's a chart to monitor these poppy seeds until the kids are 25 years old. And we'll just see where they go. I'm looking forward to watching these. So this is a poppy seed chart from the very beginning, which was when my first grandson. This all got started with a share of Tesla for Poppy's Day 0, and that just gave me the idea to continue on and see if I can see what kind of difference we can make in these kids' lives. So Poppy's Day number 0, like I said, started with Big L. Then we moved on to Poppy's Day number 1. We bought some shares of Apple with Boo and OJ and her friends. Then Poppy's Day number 2, we had a couple of my great nephews, I believe, is what we call them, that also participated. So it was Big L and Boo and Little Tyke and X-Boy. This year, of course it's going to be Big L and Boo. This is her last chance. Since she's 18, that's the end of this poppy seed gift. But we're going to include her this year. Who else is going to be in on Poppy's Day number 3? We'll talk about that in a little while. But first, let's look at your portfolio, how it's doing. You've got investments already. On Poppy's Day number 2, you received 8 shares of GAIN, which is Gladstone Investments. Also 10 shares of NWL, which is Newell Brands. I'm not talking about that right now. But anyway, you received that many shares, and since then you have been earning dividends. So far, you've earned $16, and roughly yours may be a little different than the one I'm tracking, but it's all within pennies probably. So you've earned $16.5 almost on gain, and $2 on the Newell since you bought them. Now, what do we do with those earned investments? Well, first of all, we want to replant them. So we're going to reinvest the dividends. Those first investments are growing. We want to take whatever that's producing and plant it to grow it some more. So that's what we've done. And if you haven't done it yet, we're going to show you how to do it. But so reinvesting dividends, now we're up to 9.2 shares of gain and 10.1 shares of Newell by reinvesting. We're going to talk about this in Charles Schwab. That's the reason I'm doing that, is because that's where most of the accounts that we're talking about reside. That's our broker. And the reason for that is everybody started out with TD Ameritrade. Well, TD Ameritrade has been merged into Charles Schwab, but some good things have come out of that. Charles Schwab, for one thing, does dividend reinvestment, and that's what we're going to talk about right here. First of all, you'll want to go to accounts. After you open up your account, click on the accounts tab and then positions. And under positions, you'll see all your stocks there. And over here on the right side, you'll see reinvest. You want to make sure and check next to the stock name, you want to check yes. So if you're going to reinvest dividends, you click a yes. So every time you get paid 64 cents from Gladstone every month, and right after you get paid 64 cents, then you buy 64 cents worth of stock. And after a couple of months, you're getting paid 65 cents, and you buy 65 cents worth of stock. Make sure those are set to yes, and you're all set up. So why do I say that poppy seeds are different than investing? Well, because they are. Poppy seeds are just gifts. It's a way for me to help teach you with these gifts. You're watching money grow and work for you. It's a way of me just teaching you how to invest. Investing is something that you do with money that you've earned, maybe from mowing the lawn or babysitting or whatever kind of side job you can come up with. As soon as you have a legitimate income, you can start depositing into your Roth as a kid, and that's what gives you the longest time for the money to grow and for compound interest to work. We have a challenge here. This is a challenge for that 18-year-old. It's time to start to open up a new account, an adult investment account. We're going to do it at M1 Finance because of how easy it is to deposit and invest automatically. Just set it in auto and let it go. Another good reason to use M1 is for those of you that really don't care to watch stocks every day. You just want to check in on your investments a few times a year. You don't care about buying or selling at a certain price. It's not for trading, but it's a great, easy to use platform. And so that's why with Boo and this new account, that's why I'm recommending that we go this way. We'll talk more about M1 Finance some other time, but for now, you just need to know that's a pretty simple platform to make your choices and set it in auto and just let it go. Let your investments start working for you. All right, so back to that poppy seed chart. It's not done yet. We've got to modify. What's next? Oh, it's another challenge. Hey, who's on your Poppy's Day list this year? Do you have a grandkid or a kid or niece or nephew that you're going to be able to plant seed into their lives this year? Our first challenge is for Big L. I know, the little babies, you just keep on looking cute. That's just fine. But the older ones, that are growing up, you that are 8, 9, 10 years old, you guys are probably watching these videos by now. And it's time for you to start figuring out how you can deposit some of your own money. I do want to challenge you to start using some of your screen time, because I know you kids who've got plenty of screen time. Use some of that screen time for watching something educational, learning about your stocks, learning about finances. And now, how about a challenge for mommy and daddy? If you don't already have your Roth IRA set up, let's get it set up. Start depositing something, something over zero. You're paying it forward to your older self. Really shoot for 15% minimum if you can. But to start with, really just to get in the habit, you got to start with something more than zero every pay period. Just get it started and keep going. Once you get done with your Roth setup, then go ahead and start working on saving for the college money for the kids. And then when you can, keep on adding something to the UGMA account. Help them find ways to earn money for their own investing. How about for grandma and grandpa? Well, keep on loving that baby. How about every birthday, just make a plan. Every birthday, you're going to keep on adding something into their poppy seed account. Maybe pick another baby. If you've got enough that you've got your grandkids covered, pick another kid to start sponsoring them. And maybe one idea, when kids have good grades, how about giving them a little cash, sticking it into their UGMA account? I just got to be creative. Think of different ways to keep them involved. And for you noobs, you need to pick a baby or child to sponsor, open the UGMA account for them, start depositing poppy seeds, and then make sure to like and subscribe to this video so you can follow us along on this journey. So who do we have participating in Poppy's Day number 3? Well, we're definitely going to have Big L and Boo. So what I usually do is pick my immediate family plus 2 kids that are not in my immediate family to help get them on track also. So this year, we've got baby Eve, which is little Tyke's new baby sister. She's just a couple of weeks old, and we're going to get her started at 0 just like her big brother. Hopefully mom's okay with the alias that I gave her, but that's who she is right now, is baby Eve. The second, I don't know who our second baby's going to be yet. We're going to work on that. Well, that's all for now. I want to thank everyone for watching, and come back next time for more Poppy's Power Ups. Bye.